What's going on, everybody? My name is Moosey, and this is a somewhat in-depth guide for the Logitech G500 gaming mouse. I'm going to be going over pretty much everything there is to know about the mouse, and as well as the software that it comes with, which is on this disc right here. Actually, I guess it's called Logitech Setpoint 5.2a. Pretty much just lets you keybind stuff to the mouse's extra buttons, which you can see on the side, and I will explain more. But for now, that's the intro, I guess, and keep watching, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so first of all, I guess we'll go over the box, or this is the box that it comes in. Gaming grade laser, your weapon of choice, Logitech gaming mouse. On the back, it just gives a couple of product, or like a pretty in-depth product description. I don't know if you'll be able to read that or not, but anyway. So, gaming laser, onboard memory, weight tuning, dual mode scroll wheel with hyper fast scrolling, and on the fly sensitivity switching with 10 programmable buttons. So, I guess I'll just go ahead and show you the mouse. First of all, it's on. This is the sensitivity gauge or whatever. I don't know if it'll autofocus. I don't think my camera actually has autofocus, but maybe. Anyway, so those are the numbers, or the lights that show you whatever your sensitivity is, and you can actually change what each setting is. So the full setting could be 5700 DPI, which is the highest the mouse can go, or the full setting could be like 600 if you wanted. But anyway, these are 3 of the programmable buttons right here. It's where your thumb goes on the mouse. They're in a fairly decent spot. They're sort of hard to use, and it's like hard to put your thumb on this back button and then scroll the mouse over to the right, because it you don't have that good of a grip on the mouse when you're using them. So that's the only problem I found with it so far. But they're all programmable through the program that it gives you, and it's pretty easy to do. I was able to set up macros so that it would type like a certain word in the text, like into the chat in a game whenever I press this button. So that works. These are the buttons that actually control the sensitivity of the mouse. So obviously plus and minus, it's on there. And then scroll wheel, it's pretty nice. It's sort of loose, so when you're typing, you can actually hear the scroll wheel bouncing around in there, but it doesn't, like, it's not a huge deal. It feels pretty, like, I don't know if you can hear it, but it feels pretty heavy duty anyway. Like, it doesn't feel light just scrolling under your finger. And this button right here, it actually changes it. Like, you can probably hear this, the ticks in there, and then if you press this button down, it actually takes that away, so you can just free scroll. And I'll try and show you as best as I can. Be able to hear it scrolling in there. I'm actually going to stop it, and I'll try and get it focused on this, so be right back. Alright, so there's the scroll wheel, and it just free spins as best as it can. And then if you go ahead and press this button right here, it actually stops it, and then you'll have ticks again. So that's the scroll wheel. Moving on to the actual like build quality and feel of the mouse. I guess the top part is a super smooth. It's not like glossy, like it doesn't feel like slippery almost. It feels matte but smooth. And at the sides, I'll focus it after, but they're like sort of it's plastic, but it almost feels like rubber, just the texture that it is. It's like it's like plastic, but it has these little dimples, and I feel like the side would get like rubbed off eventually. If you put your, obviously because your thumb is there, it's gonna rub it off eventually. But other than that, I don't know what else to say. Gaming grade laser on the back right there. Whatever you want. You can probably find more in-depth specifications on the laser, on the Razer, or not Razer, what am I saying, Logitech website. And right here is where the weight cartridge goes. It's super unfocused. One second. Alright, so here's where the weight cartridge goes, which is this. You saw it at the beginning of the video. It has, I guess, 6 like little holes in it that you can fill with the weights, either 4.5 gram weights or 1.7 gram weights, which I'll show you in a little bit, but it just slides in here. I haven't had many problems with it so far. It's sort of hard to get in and out, but just try again and it'll fit in there, and then press this eject button and it pops out. So that's that. The weight cartridge works pretty well. I have all the weights in there because I guess I like a heavier mouse, but it is actually like really fine tunable, so I guess after using it for a little while you'll find what you like and what you don't like about the weight. But yeah, that's always nice. And I guess I'll go ahead and show you. This is the case that the weights comes in. It's foam in the lid and in the actual thing, and there's the 7 or 1.7 gram weights, and as I said, here's the 4.5 gram ones. Alright, so I finally got to focus on the cord, and as you can see, it's a braided cord. I'm not exactly too sure how long it is, but I have it running from the top of my desk all the way behind my desk to the back of my computer, so probably about 2 meters. I'll put like all the specifications of the mouse in the description, so you'll be able to check there the exact length of the cord. But it is a braided cable, which is nice. It adds some durability. This is the mouse when I'm actually using it, and it feels really comfortable for my hand. Actually, here's a disc that I can compare it to. So there's a blank, or there's a disc, and there's my hand. So you can just sort of get an idea of how big my hands are. I don't put my palm exactly down onto the whole mouse, but I have it a little bit raised off, and it fits comfortably. Holding it like this, which is how I held my old mouse, that feels completely comfortable too. You just rest 2 fingers on the other side over here, and that works. So I think on every sort of like way to hold the mouse, it pretty much feels good for all of them. And if you are gonna claw it, the side buttons it might be hard to press the side buttons and move the mouse around just because you won't have a good grip on it. But I think it's perfect for anybody who has like a full palm grip, or sort of like a half palm and finger tip grip or whatever. So that's that. I guess that's all I can say, and I guess we'll move on to the software that it comes with.
Alright, hello once again. I've switched over to my computer now, and I gotta show you the software that it came with. So, I've already got it installed on my computer. It's pretty simple, or it's actually really simple. You install it, it automatically recognizes your mouse in it, so you go ahead and double click that. You can set the profile name for different profiles or different mouse settings. So if you quickly want to switch between settings, if you like 2 people are going to be using the same computer and you have 2 different I guess 2 different setups, you or whoever else is using the computer, then you could set a different profile, or you could have different profiles for different games even. But I just keep mine on general, and right here is a list of all the buttons. So there's the DPI increase, decrease, all of them. I already went over them in the video. But here is actually where you edit the macros. So as you can see, if you go through here, you can set each of them. Like obviously these right click and left click are going to be set as left click and right click, but these side buttons, they actually say macro. So I'll go ahead and show you on the front side button. So you select macro from this long list of things that it could be set for. So I just have mine set to macro, and then you go to macro manager, and I actually have these settings made already. So you're actually going to click, like, type in the name of your macro, do the command. It's pretty simple. You just you'll get a hold of it eventually, and you set your macros, press save, quit out of this, press save down here or wherever it is, I guess OK, or apply if you want to do more stuff, but that's that. So, and then there's these DPI settings here. As I said, you can change which level of like what each sort of benchmark is. So that if I was on the first setting, it would be 400 DPI. If I was on the second setting, it would be 1000, then 2000, then 3000, and then 4000. So if you're just starting it, or if you're like just getting this mouse and your previous mouse was only like 1000 DPI, then it is pretty easy to get used to it, because you can set it like at 1200 and then 1400 and slowly increase your DPI until you are like you have it down enough to use 5700 DPI if you need, or 4000. I'm at 3000 DPI right now, and it's like the perfect speed for me. So and then there's these, select the polling rate for your mouse. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I'm sure some of you on here would know that, or if that's important, then there's that. But hit apply, and we'll head back. And scrolling, there is vertical speed, and that you can set if how much you need to, like how many ticks you need to scroll to, like how far each tick will scroll. Profile manager and everything over there. But anyway, this is just a quick overview of the software, but hopefully you'll be able to tell the features that you get. And I know when you start this program up, you can register your product, and if you actually register your product for your with your email, then you actually get 20% off of your next purchase from Logitech.com, so that's kind of cool. If you continue, or if you like a Logitech product and you want to buy some more of their products, then you get a little bit of a discount. So definitely register your product. I think it's worth it. Like whether or not you're gonna get something new is up to you, and also registering it is up to you. But I guess that's a quick overview of the software. I want to thank you for watching this review, and I guess ask me any questions, or if you're wondering anything, you can just drop a question down in the comment section, or anything like that. So thank you for watching once again, and I guess I will talk to you